referee's in no hurry to get things restarted. I wonder if Diamante talks in his sleep, because he certainly never stops while he's awake.
He certainly talks some, that's for sure. You know, he's whether it with his friends, whether it with his teammates, whether it's winding people up.
And there will be the change for Roma. And off comes Juan, and on in his place comes Alessandro Florenzi. And a huge cheer for Florenzi. So Juan is off. Florenzi there on in his place, but not necessarily in his position. Roma start the second half, 1 goal in front. Mohamed Salah with it, and having made a change with Alessandro Florenzi on for Juan, and it may well be, Kevin Gallagher, that Roma are going to 3 at the back.
Well, they can't go 3 at the back. Florenzi could actually sit on the right hand side, and Emerson switch over to the left hand side where he's more natural. So, you know, I think they'll still stay at the 4. They don't. Spalletti tends to want to keep it the same way.
Dzeko is offside. Looked promising that until the intervention of the assistant's flag on this near side.
Well, he's unlucky, Dzeko. He sets off. You know, just a question mark. I think it's possibly just his left shoulder. No, but I think if you're going to go by boots and socks, it's definitely onside, but his upper body was off.
Straight out of play from Enrique. It does look as though Kevin's assumption is correct, that Emerson has moved across to left back, more of a left back, the Brazilian.
Well, it makes sense as well, John, because Jesus is on a yellow card, so it's playing safe. You know, maybe he wanted to give Florenzi a little bit more time. You know, he's played most of the games this season. Give him a little rest, an opportunity against Palermo. But obviously with Juan collecting that yellow card, it's just a rethink and a reshuffle. Emerson going to his natural position gives him an opportunity to get more match fitness. And Florenzi just come on for 45 and a nice little run out.
Mangala gathered by Posavec. And that yellow card for Juan Weisers, let's face it, up on that left-hand side of the Roma defence, you're up against Alessandro Diamante, as a player is always likely to get you involved in an incident or two, which may just lead to a caution. Here's Gazzi. Palermo, a club in trouble at the wrong end of the table and in trouble off the pitch as well. They're up for sale. The president, Maurizio Zamparini, hasn't really been sanctioning too much in the way of investment in the squad. And it was only last week that Zamparini said that without at least 15 million euros coming into the club from outside sources, the team would actually be bankrupt by the end of the season. Maybe a selling tool, or maybe not. On the pitch, though, Palermo with just 5 goals this season in Serie A.
It's on the pitch where they sell it as well. That's where it all comes from. You know, I know these businessmen take football clubs on, but it's on the grass where it all counts, because that's where it sells. If they're doing well on the pitch and getting results, and fans are excited by what they see, it leads to other opportunities.
His goal at the moment separates the two sides. Mohamed Salah. And Elkovic, the Slovenian international. Closed down by Sala. Florenzi scored in the Europa League draw against Austria Vienna on Thursday. The Rome-born Italian international. Comes off Chochev. Palermo looking to do what the last 16 visitors here to the Stadio Olimpico in Serie A have been unable to do, and that's record a victory. Roma unbeaten in the last 16 home league matches, and they've won their last 7 in a row at home. Forward comes Emerson. El Shaarawy. Away by Gazzi. One back by Fazio. El Shaarawy. Emerson. That's a foul by Diamanti.
Yeah, certainly willing to help out defensively, but he's just getting back and just a little bit over the top. Emerson getting caught. Dangerous position, almost like a corner at the 18-yard line, isn't it? A little bit of movement now, because again we'll probably see a bank of 5 and a bank of 4 from Palermo. Everybody back in and around the box.
Paredes will take. Look out for Fazio, the number 20, who's had an attempt from a corner kick, a header that went just over in the first half. Oh, it's been missed completely by Bosovic. The goalkeeper will want to crawl away and hide. It's a second goal for Roma. Leandro Paredes will be credited with it, but that has to go down as a major error by Josip Bosovic.
Well, sometimes it goes down to the quality of the cross, because you're asking players to put it into an area in front of the goalkeeper, and if he doesn't come, and he's totally misjudged it. You know, he's going backwards on his feet. He goes down the way, he doesn't even go up the way, let it bounce and stay big. He goes down to the ball, trying to get it at the ground level, and it just hits the ground, goes over him. And it's what you do in the training ground. You're trying to ask defenders to aim for the far post. Players make the movement in front of the goalkeeper to try and distract him away. But the goalkeeper there, that was... Oof, it's a way big error from him.
Watch out for that one on your next compilation DVD, Football's Greatest Bloopers, or whatever they call them.
He won't want to see that one again, that's for sure. You know, and it's going to be a test now, because I expect Roma now to have a go. You know, we've seen it in the first half. They're starting to have shots from longer distance to test the goalkeeper, because he was parrying. You know, his confidence must be a little bit down, because, you know, after that, you know, he'll want his team to be playing as far away from his 18-yard box as possible.
Well, they conceded 4 at home to Torino on Monday night. Bosovic, just 20 years of age, the Croatian under-21 international goalkeeper. Palermo with a corner. Enrique will take. Firmly away. By Dzeko. Goes for offside, and eventually the flag is raised on the far side. Emerson. By Cianek. Palermo throw, straight out of play from Dzeko. Alisami with it, and he'll take the resulting throw as well.
It's certainly the best times for Roma at the moment when they're putting Palermo under pressure. In the second half, they tend to up the ante a little bit more. This is when they get most of the goals in the second half. They've sussed out their opponents and then decide to have a go.
Dzeko steps away from Gazzi. Sala on the chase, up against Andelkovic. This time, Pasovec able to gather. Everybody makes mistakes. Strikers miss opportunities where people say, oh, he should really have scored from that. People make mistakes all over the pitch, but when it's a goalkeeper and it leads to a goal like that, it's magnified many times over. What do you feel like as an outfield player when your goalkeeper makes such an error like that?
Well, it's an instant shock because you don't expect them to do it, because you know the qualities that your goalkeeper has. And when they do make that mistake, it comes as a bit of a shock, and you think, oh no, here we go. And depending on the standard of where you're playing and where you are in the league, if you have had it on both sides at the table, playing in a side that's going near relegation, and your head can go down, and that's what you don't want.
Tackle comes back from Paredes. Given away by Emerson. Here's Gianek. Diamante onto the left foot. Pushed away by Szczesny. Corner kick.
Good strike as well from Diamante there, isn't it? Gets on his good left foot, gets enough timing. What he does really well is using two players as disguise to get his shot off.
Alisami. Plenty forward, and what a save that is from Szczesny to deny Palermo a goal back. Superb stop from the Polish goalkeeper.
Oh, it's a brave header. You know, you see there's a mash of players going in there, and to get his head on it, he has to get in front of Emerson, and he has to take a knock to the face to hit the target.
It's Sinisa Andelkovic who got the header in. And almost got the goal in as well. Emerson's not exactly fighting fit either. Let's have another look. That's a clash of heads.
You know, you see that Emerson's trying to get in there, isn't it? You go in, you get a great header. Emerson's just slightly late. Catch him flush in the face. But we know what football's like now, with head injuries, with head knocks. The physios, the doctors have got to make sure that players are okay. We can't take that chance.
Might we see an appearance from Francesco Totti tonight?
It's probably the last thing that Palermo would want to see.
Yeah.
His number coming up to come on.
Well, there's look to be activity around the fourth official, so it may well be that we are going to have a change in a moment or two. Angelkovic is back on. Just too strong. Emerson the target on the far side.
It's lovely quick play, isn't it? I think that's what Roma have to do. They have to quicken their play a little bit more. You know, the faster moves, movement off the ball a little bit better. Yes, they're at 2-0 up, but just to move Palermo around a little bit, tire them out quicker, because they're having to work very hard, Palermo, at the moment.
Now this could be interesting. It's a free kick out wide on the left-hand side. A little bit further back than the one that Roma rather fortuitously scored from. Change for Palermo. And it's Morganella who's coming off. Andrea Rispoli coming on in his place.
So it's just like for like, John. Rispoli will just go over on the right-hand side wing-back area. Straight for him, fresh legs.
Andrea Rispoli, former Parma player, had a loan at Palermo, and then when Parma went under, made the move to Sicily. That's going to be possession football from Roma. Quite a bit of this second half, I would think. Nangalan. And then they just turn up the speed. Emerson on that far side. Up against Rispoli. Third goal for Roma, and it's almost certainly game over. 2-0 it is. Dzeko can't find his way through. Good block from Andelkovic. Away by Alisami. Kovacic. You can hear the ironic cheers from the Roma faithful as that ball trickled back towards the unfortunate goalkeeper.
Oh, you can see as well in the goal mouth, it is digging up a little bit, and he's just testing his own confidence from his own teammates there. His first touch, just taking it away from the goal. Right idea. He's just looking. He's not looking to kick it out the park or anything. He's still looking for his teammates.
Kovacic, who was signed at the tail end of last year from Inter Zaprate in Croatia. The move was going to take place at the end of last season, but it was actually brought forward to January. Manolas with a header away. Alisami. Away by De Rossi. Oh, it came off Sala. Dzeko couldn't profit though. Away by Goldeniga. Nangalan. Here's Florenzi. Sala, Nangalan. Sala. Lovely one-touch football from Roma. Sala. Support here from Florenzi. Puts it onto his left foot. Perhaps he should have shot with his right first time.
Well, he had two opportunities with his right. You just see it when it comes to him, clever little back heel that. But just there, I just thought he was just going to stand up to the back post. Dzeko's made a fantastic run. He's got away from the central defenders and just stand up at the back post or have a shot at goal yourself.
Here's Emerson. Won by De Rossi ahead of Nestorowski. Cleared away by Andelkovic. Florenzi.
I wonder now, John, if Spalletti's actually thinking of maybe changing it, getting the maestro on a little bit. El Shaarawy played on Thursday night. Give
Emerson
him a breather.
Drifts it in towards Dzeko.
It's another good box in early. Dzeko again, just a little step in front of the defenders.
I suppose the question with Francesco Totti is, as we see this ball come forward towards Dzeko in the middle, El Shaarawy couldn't find him. Because you could say that effectively, Roma are very much in charge of this game and are not coasting towards victory. Here's Salah. Trying to play it to El Shaarawy. So you don't exactly need Totti on. Do you want to save him for a game when you need him?
No, you're just keeping him ticking over as well. You know, you're giving him game time, keeping him going. You know what he's capable of doing. You know he's capable of coming off the bench, and he's capable of having maybe 1, maybe 2 assists and creating things. And the way that the team are playing, you know, it's at the moment you just need that little jolt. Yes, they're 2-0 up. It's comfortable. But on the offensive side of things, you know, El Shaarawy, you know, he'll be tiring a little bit as well down the left-hand side. You could actually get Nainggolan to go out there. Then you play Totti in behind and creating that space, because he's a very clever player in there. He won't do a lot of running about, but what he will do is he'll drop off, he'll get the ball at his feet, he'll create space a little bit totally different from the way that Nainggolan plays, and it might add that little bit of spice going forward for Roma.
Fazio. Nainggolan. First time ball to find Florenzi. Paredes. Score of the second goal. Forward now towards Dzeko. Clipped away in the nick of time by Andelkovic. Mohamed Salah in the first half. Leandro Paredes early in the second half for Roma. If it stays this way, I'm going to move up to second place in the Serie A standings. Nainggolan turns away from Gianek. Dzeko rather fell over his own feet there. Infield by Chochev. Here's Gazzi. Cut out by El Shaarawy. Enrique, Gazzi. Alisami. Emerson. Dzeko. Visibly frustrated Stephen El Shaarawy on that far side. He felt the ball should have been played out to him. Florenzi. Plenty of Serie A action to come over the next few days, right here on BT Sports. Tuesday we've got Genoa against Milan. That is live for you. Wednesday night, Juventus against Sampdoria, as Dzeko comes forward here. Thursday night, we've got Palermo in action again as they take on Udinese in a basement battle. Away this time by Posavec. And then next Sunday, Roma in action once more as they visit Empoli. Manolas finds Florenzi. Nainggolan. Salah, Florenzi, Dzeko, able to turn, able to finish in some style. Super goal from Roma. Edin Dzeko gets his 8th of the season. It was a lovely build-up, and what a finish as well.
That's all patience, isn't it? Patient play, trying to get in between Palermo. And you see him, he's looking at it, he gets in between the two defenders. There's one thing, his body shape's absolutely fantastic to set his first touch. As he sets his first touch in front, he doesn't go for power, he just goes for side foot placement. Fantastic finish.
Kevin Strootman coming on for Roma. And it's Raja Nainggolan who is the player coming off. So change in midfield, and Strootman comes on, and it looks like we're going to have a change for Palermo as well. Chochev is withdrawn, and on in his place comes Robin Quezon, the Swedish international. 3-0 to Roma. Quite nice for Kevin Strootman to come on, because it was against Palermo in the last meeting back in February that Strootman returned after a year out with a knee injury. And he's on as a substitute against the same opponents tonight. I just wonder, it was 5-0 back in February. With just over 20 minutes remaining, it could so easily be 5-0 yet again.
Well, it could be. You can see now Palermo players have done so much running that they're tiring a little bit. It's just Roma have just got to be professional about it.
Sala. Cleared away by Goldeniga. Florenzi. Blocked there by Diamanti. Ended up in a little bit of a heap on the floor there, did the Roma substitute. Shawawi picked up here by Dzeko. Dzeko charging at the Palermo defence. Stopped in his tracks by Goldeniga. Quezon. Alisami. Gazzi. Surely no way back for Palermo now. 3 goals needed in 19 minutes.
Well, we say that.
Absolutely.
I'm sure when it went 3-1 up against Austria Vienna, they thought the same thing. And look what happened there.
Roma with 7 goals conceded now in their last 2 Serie A matches. 15 goals conceded in total this season. And it may be more by the end of tonight. Just away to safety by Cianek. Jajalo. Mato Jajalo, the Bosnia and Herzegovina international, is coming on, and that'll actually be music to the ears of Alessandro Diamante, the jeering. Little spry smile from him. Mato Jajalo comes on in his place.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting ready. Totti. Paredes. So Palermo have now made all 3 of their changes. Roma are about to make their 3rd, it would appear. Strootman. Oh, terrific ball in towards Emerson. The little pull back. Well, there were 3 in the middle. Couldn't find any of them. Florenzi. Jajalo gets his first involvement. Roma throw. There it is, the famous number 10 of Roma. Francesco Totti is coming on for the final quarter of an hour or so. Chase on for Dzeko. Goldeniga. Kosovac. Followed by Cianek. Enrique. Nestorovsky's in the middle. Manolas with a little touch and cleared away by Szczesny.
Szczesny wasn't taking chances there, was it? It's a decent ball in, but how many times do you see that from a defender? He's waiting for a shout. Goalkeeper doesn't give it, but he's out there to pick it up.
Totti's introduction just delayed. Now it might happen.
I think they might be waiting till the ball's further up the park before he gets an opportunity. You can tell with the crowd, with the noise, they just got this little rumble, don't they? The excitement of when he comes on.
Salah. Al-Shawawi. Here's Goldeniga. By Szczesny. Dzeko picks up here, 2 against 3. Can't find a way past Goldeniga. Still Totti waits. De Rossi, here's Florenzi. Paredes. Strootman. There have been reports linking Kevin Strootman with interest from Everton and Ronald Koeman. Salah. Dzeko. Alisami. Dzeko gets there first. Strootman. Turned on by Paredes. Emerson. Al-Shawawi. Emerson. Terrific burst of pace from him, and he keeps it in play as well. Cleared to safety by Andelkovic, and now Totti will come on, surely.
There's a few tired players for Roma as well. Look in Dzeko's face. He's desperately trying to get on, isn't he? He's not getting that opportunity. Taking 2 throw-ins too quickly now.
Yeah, exactly, the throw was taken too quickly, so... Oh well. Totti stands there with the posture of a man who's just been told that his train has been delayed by an hour.
There's nothing worse when you're standing at the sideline as well, because he's done his warm-up, he's ready to come on. He's now been waiting just over 3 minutes to come on, and he's just standing there, you know, and you think, well, you think he'd try and keep a little bit more mobile his age.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, he's
Strootman.
He's still in fine fettle. Good shape.
Chase on here for Al-Shawawi. Up against Cianek. Emerson.
I'm just wondering here, John, if do the Roma players actually want him on?
Szczesny with the long clearance. Forward comes Chiesa. Play on, says the referee. Chiesa with the shot, and it takes a deflection in. And Palermo have a goal back. It may be too little too late. But the substitute, Robin Chiesa, has got a goal back for Palermo.
Dzeko making way, right enough. He was looking a little bit tired in the last run. You've got to look at this defensively, you know, he's switching off, massive deflection. But if you get half a chance, have a shot. If you don't have that shot, he won't score the goal. Okay, son.
Kostas Manolas sliding in, it spun off him, but the goal is Chiesa's. So it's no clean sheet tonight for Roma. And now 3-1 with 10 minutes remaining. There may be one or two who are just casting their minds back a few days when Roma were 3-1 up against Austria Vienna in the Europa League, and the visitors got 2 goals back to draw 3-3. Totti. Florenzi. Strootman. Referee thought about a free kick, decided against it. Advantage played. Salah. El Shaarawy to his left. Stephen El Shaarawy bearing down on goal and gets a goal.
He doesn't look happy, even though his side's going up. He'll be disappointed that he hasn't kept the clean sheet. But again, you see it 2 versus 2, the change of pace, the quickness. Shaarawy just eventually toe poking it through the goalkeeper's legs, taking it quick, not letting him set himself up.
He's on a good run of goal scoring at the moment. 2 goals in the Europa League on Thursday, and now 1 tonight.
Just as Palermo thinking, well, there might be an opportunity of getting a couple of late goals against Roma. They just got up the park and put in another one.
3-goal margin once more. Roma 4, Palermo 1.
That's the 3rd time at home for 4 goals as well.
Anasami loses out. Chase on here for Salah, who just looks so full of running. The little back heel was, well, gathered by Totti, and Salah will get on the end of it because he was onside. Totti. Deep ball to find Emerson. Paredes. Lovely pass. Emerson. Salah's in the middle! Oh, it's going to be a yellow card here for Mohamed Salah.
Well, it's frustrating for him, isn't it? He's got in there, he's looking for it along the ground. Just watch him here, look, as the ball comes in, he's looking for it along the ground. He even indicates, put it on the floor to me. We've got an open goal. But he puts it in the air. It's a yellow card all over, isn't it, as soon as you put your hand up.
Enrique. Udinese conceded 4 against Roma back in August. Crotone, the bottom side in Serie A, also conceding 4 here. And Roma, since losing to Torino at the latter end of September have had a real goal-scoring streak. 4 against Astra in the Europa League, 2 against Inter, 3 against Napoli, 3 against Austria Vienna, and now 4 against Palermo.
There's certainly a lot of entertainment, isn't it, for the home crowd? Just the expectancy of scoring every single week. You know, when you come to this stadium, that they do score goals.
Roma up against Sassuolo in midweek before the trip to Empoli. 2 away matches then coming up for them, and then another away trip to Austria Vienna in the Europa League in the return fixture there. Chance for the shot on goal. It's deflected behind for the corner kick.
I can't believe it. You know, he's looking for it. He indicates as well. He's indicating just roll it along the floor with a little bit of power. Puts height in the ball, and his reactions, he can't get there.
They're pushing in the penalty area. It's Florenzi. Sent tumbling.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse than he's pushed into a stramash of bodies, everybody landing on him, taking a bang in the head.
Stramash, that's a very Scottish word, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. There's only you and Ailey Barber I've ever heard use that word. Emerson. All over the top, and the goalkeeper will come and just gather it. Posavec.
Must admit, I think he was a little bit late there. I think he actually went back on his line. He should have been a little bit further out. He wouldn't have put himself under that little bit of pressure.
Turn is by Chiesa. Loses it though. Forward comes Florenzi. Sala on this near side. El Shaarawy in the middle. It drops for Totti. Sala just showed a little bit too much of that to Chiesa. Set up so nicely here for Francesco Totti.
Just a little nick, I think, just puts him off a little bit. Just a little touch with Chianek. I think he'd have fancied it more on his right foot. I think he'd have connected with it better.
So many statistics regarding Francesco Totti. Scored in each of the last 23 seasons in Serie A, 250 Serie A goals. He's played in Serie A for 25 seasons.
It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic.
Here's the quiz question for you then. Can you name the other Serie A player of the modern era who played in the division for 25 seasons? Not playing anymore.
It's got to be the big left-back centre-half, Maldini.
Correct.
That's not bad for a first guess, was it?
No, it's not bad at all. You spoiled the enjoyment for everybody at home, though, going, who might that be? No, I'm sure everybody at home got it. Yeah, Paolo Maldini. Problem here for Emerson.
Yeah, nice little argument. I think he just ducked into Rispoli. You know, he sees him coming. Just as a little duck. I don't think there's anything against that. He's just basically trying to get out of the way.
Well, we've had 5 goals. It's been interesting fare. We haven't even had time for Kevin Gallagher to describe in great detail the goal he scored at the Stadio Olimpico. And it's Sami with the ball in. That will deflect wide for a corner, will it? No, just kept in. Giallo. Enrique. Giallo. Ali Sami. And as far as Gazzi. Well, we may have 3, maybe possibly 4 of minutes of additional time at the end of the match. Chiesa. Elisami, Chiesa. Blocked by Totti. Gazzi. Elisami. Minimum of 3 minutes additional time to be played. And we're into those 3 minutes now. Rispoli. Gazzi. Rispoli's continued his run forward. It might drop here for the striker, Nestorovski. Totti with the block. It's been a good night's work for Roma, and the problems mounting for Palermo at the wrong end of the table. Only 6 goals in 9 Serie A games this season. And Roma will move up to second. Just looking ahead in Roma's season, they're at home to Milan in December. The really big one, and that is actually followed by a trip to Juventus just before Christmas, before the Italian league takes its winter break. Florenzi. I suppose the one slight annoyance for Roma will be the fact, Kevin, that they've actually conceded tonight. I
think that'll be the biggest disappointment of it all. You know, they'll look at the game, you look at all the video, how they've played, how they set the stall out, how to play against Palermo. And I say the only blip was switching off for the shot from Chiesa. And that'll be the disappointing thing, you know, take a lot of pluses out of it. The way they've played, the way they've took their chances, they've created a lot of chances as well.
Alon Emerson has looked far more of an attacking threat from the left-back position than from right-back. Ball played through, Strootman gets away from the goalkeeper, can't play it into the middle to Sala, and the shot is eventually over by El Shaarawy. Could, and perhaps should, have been 5-1 to Roma.
Oh, but what about this pass from Totti? Disguise, everything on it. You know, Strootman does well, he's looking to slot it in at the angle, he couldn't do it. But El Shaarawy coming at the end, you know, it's a very, very difficult one because players are actually diving at your feet. Got a big chance of getting injured as he's trying to slide the ball into the net.
This might well be the last passage of play. Roma up to second in Serie A after a comfortable victory over Palermo. Mohamed Salah in the first half. Leandro Paredes, Edin Dzeko and Steven El Shaarawy in the second half. Robin Piezon with the goal for Palermo. It's not been a good night for him. Josip Posavec, the goalkeeper, very much at fault for Roma's second goal. But Roma marching on and up to second place now, and their home form in Serie A continues to be highly impressive. It's finished here. Roma 4, Palermo 1. Let's have a look then at the highlights of the match. This is the opening goal in the first half from Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, and it started with Salah chasing the ball down, and that's what caused the pressure in the midfield. Roma win the ball, it just comes back and he continues his run, and Dzeko just finds him, and it's a lovely finish. Great strike through the goalkeeper's legs.
This was the second goal. A little bit to the goalkeeper, but not much.
Well, it's the quality of the cross, you know. You wanted the forwards to run into that area, but it's almost like the goalkeeper stands up, it bounces into his chest, but he dives under the ball.
Well, that was 2-0. And then Dzeko made it 3-0 after 68 minutes. It was a lovely move and a terrific finish.
He was just waiting for that half chance, wasn't he? Just created himself space, but it's a lovely body shape to put himself into, to get the side foot, just to place it past the goalkeeper.
3-0. Almost game over. Not quite, though. Palermo came back. The substitute Robin Chiesa credited with the goal, but it took a big deflection there off the defender Kostas Manolas.
Yeah, and now you've got to put a big hand to the referee, because he could have actually pulled it back for a free kick. He didn't. He allowed the play to go on, and Chiesa thought, well, I'll have a shot at goal. You don't shoot, you don't score.
And this was the goal that almost immediately wrapped things up in Roma's favour. Stephen El Shaarawy getting his third goal in 2 matches, having scored twice in the Europa League on Thursday.
Yeah, and that's when you leave yourself open at the back, the pace of Roma. And he enjoyed it, and he enjoyed his finish as well, El Shaarawy.
So 4-1 then to Roma. More Italian football coming up on Tuesday. Genoa against Milan. Wednesday night we've got Juventus against Sampdoria. Palermo in action up against Udinese on Thursday. And then next Saturday, the big Saturday night match is Juventus against Napoli. So, congratulations to Roma. They move up to second in the table. Palermo have problems. From Kevin Gallagher and me, John Road. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you soon.